tired of doing it all, putting yourself last, and feeling not enough? If so, this is your podcast to spark love for yourself and your life. I'm Natasha Koo, and I'm here because you matter. And being naturally confident is your right. Let's say yes to ourselves. Hello, welcome to another episode. Here's Natasha. So now we're on the second episode of the Confidence series. I hope you enjoyed the exercise which I outlined for you last week. Now, today I would love to talk about something that I struggle with, and it is called the spotlight effect, where I, in public, used to feel that there was this huge shining spotlight on me, and everything I did, everyone else could notice. In fact, I felt like every movement or action of mine was an opportunity for the whole world to judge me. That was my impression of what it felt like to be in public places, or even if I'm just with friends having dinner and I have to go to the bathroom in a restaurant. That path towards the bathroom with all the people around at their own tables or bars, I felt like that was my personal own little catwalk. Not in a good way, as in, here's the opportunity to strut my stuff. Instead, it was more of a, okay, everyone's watching. I would act in this really strange way. I would be really uneasy because I felt, or I imagined, to be honest, this attention on me. And I would move in this really awkward, stiff, unnatural way all the way to the bathroom and back. This type of behavior came about through my childhood, because growing up I was very, very often told that something I've done could be done better. I was also criticized for any perceived problems or mistakes. I felt like I had to do everything correctly so I would not get yelled at and so I would not get punished. As a child, being taught what's right and wrong and given experiences in order for me to learn a better way or perceived better way, that was helpful at the time. But now, as an adult, it no longer serves me at all. In a sense, this spotlight effect is the consequence of having deep-rooted fear that I have to prove myself and that I have to be a certain way, or that there is a right way which I have to follow and constantly achieve. I know that all of that was just a belief which did not serve me. Definitely, as a child, it would have been very useful to have been taught what is right, what is wrong, to have had my own experiences and to learn what it's like to improve something or to correct something. But now as an adult, for me it is absolutely crucial that I begin to choose what it is that I'm living, especially the beliefs that rule my world or my actions. So in this spotlight effect case, I really felt the need to prove myself, to be a certain way, to not mess up. But now deep down, I know that I am perfect the way I am. There is no screwing up. There is absolutely nothing I can do that is wrong, because at the end of the day, any mistake, anything I do, as long as I reflect back and can learn from it, I grow as a person. There is also this false belief of needing to be good or to be a certain way. As I build my own confidence and I live out my truth, I have realized that I am exactly who I need to be. And as I flow with this, life flows with more ease. And I no longer feel like that I am ever in the spotlight, unless that I truly am, and I'm glowing in another way. So my heart is flowing with love for you. My passion is speaking up. I am embodying and I am living all the energies, all the mission that is within me. Instead of trying to ask for approval from the outside, trying to get something from the outside, as I become more secure in myself, and as I become more grounded, and as I get to know myself better, I realized that it is not a catwalk that I have to do in order to get to the bathroom. In fact, this is an opportunity, just like in every moment of my life, to be who I am, to shine just as I am. There are no consequences or punishment waiting around the corner. That is set up by the belief that I can mess up. That is set up by myself, and I can choose to let that go. I would love to invite you to reflect for yourself. When are those moments in your life where you felt like everyone was watching you? Everyone was waiting for you to mess up, to screw up, so they could judge you. When did you ever feel that way? And if you did, what were you trying to avoid in terms of the punishment or the consequence? What was it that you were trying to hide from by acting a certain way which is not you? Another perspective which I have on this spotlight effect is that when we are living in a state of fear or coming from a false belief which actually brings us down, we are actually skewing, we are manipulating, and we are seeing reality as something totally different. This casted spotlight is an imagination. It is created in our minds due to a certain belief which we believe in and take as truth. The moment that we take away and let go of any limiting beliefs such as I'm not good enough, I must prove myself, I must always be perfect, I need to do things always correctly, the moment we leave these beliefs behind, so does this skewed shade of reality which we are viewing and experiencing. You may notice that on some days you just feel awful, and all you can imagine or feel is just really negative emotions, hopelessness, exhaustion, whatever else that you may be going through. That is also another example of when we start to view things only in one direction and we make it bigger as it is. So this is the power of the mind, when the energy and our thoughts and our attention are directed to an area or a focus which is actually not beneficial to us right now. These negative beliefs or limiting beliefs are not evil in any sense. It was learned at some point in our lives, definitely during a time when it served a certain purpose. But with unawareness, or when we are not aware of what is actually happening in our mind and in ourselves, we become blinded to pretty much the operational systems or the software that is running within us all the time. So I invite you to bring more awareness and to reflect on any moments where you felt the spotlight effect. The practical exercise which I would like to share with you on this topic is when you find yourself under this imagined spotlight, or you are under the spotlight effect, take a step back. breathe deeply and kind of imagine that you're watching who you are at that moment, like you're a little fly on the wall, and just notice what is the reality, what is actually happening, not imagined and not through the shade of glasses that you're living through, but look upon the situation as neutrally as possible and just as it is. Begin to notice if people are even watching you. Begin to notice what is actually happening. This will bring you back and ground you to reality. This will pull you back to your center, to yourself, instead of being carried away by thoughts which you may have believed as true. Give this exercise and reflection a try, and I promise that as long as you do this and bring this awareness and attention into the situation of any point in time where you feel this spotlight effect, you will immediately feel more grounded, feel more centered, feel better, because you will no longer be running or living a story, but instead back to the present moment. If you would like to get this exercise in a step-by-step comprehensive format, then feel free to visit the show notes and so that you can follow this on your own time. Visit the show notes at femininespace.com/spotlight. I love you so much, and I hope that this exercise helps you to lift out of whatever limiting belief that may be holding you back. It certainly has helped me, and I am so glad that I no longer wobble around like an amateur model on my way to the bathroom at the restaurants that I go to now. Having confidence and believing in ourselves truly creates such a huge difference in our lives, and I am just so blessed to be here, to be able to empower you and just be with you here as you grow and live out your truly beautiful natural self. So don't forget, let's flow with self-love and ignite our natural power. See you next Tuesday for the next episode on confidence. Till then. You are not alone. Want to walk your path with other amazing women who get you? Join us at the Free Feminine Space Facebook community. Just request access at femininetribe.com. See you there.